Is your blood type a stroke risk? What you need to know. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something truly fascinating. A recent scientific discovery that might make you look at your blood type in a whole new way. You know your A, B, AB, and O, right? But what if I told you that one specific blood type group might actually be linked to a higher risk of stroke? Especially before the age of 60? Sounds wild, right? Well, stick around, because we're about to break down this surprising research. The big discovery, Group A and early stroke. So, what did this research actually find? Scientists took a deep dive into data from 48 genetic studies. That's a massive amount of information, covering approximately 17,000 stroke patients and nearly 600,000 people who hadn't had a stroke. All these participants were between the ages of 18 and 59. And the results? Pretty clear. They found a strong connection between a specific gene, one that's responsible for the A1 blood subgroup, and an increased chance of early onset stroke. And two key spots strongly linked to an earlier stroke risk. One of those spots was exactly where our blood type genes reside. Individuals whose genetic code pointed to a variation of the Group AEI blood type had a 16% higher chance of experiencing a stroke before the age of 60, compared to people with other blood types. On the flip side, if your genome coded for the O1 group, your risk was actually 12% lower. Don't panic yet, putting it in perspective. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, oh, no, I'm blood type A. Should I be worried? And that's a totally valid thought. But here's the crucial part, and the researchers themselves emphasize this. The additional risk of stroke in people with type A blood is small. So, if you're type A, there's absolutely no need for extra vigilance or specialized screening based on this finding alone. This is about understanding subtle, population-level trends, not a direct threat to individuals. Senior author and vascular neurologist Stephen Kittner, from the University of Maryland, put it perfectly. We still don't know why blood type A would confer a higher risk. He speculates it likely has something to do with factors like blood clotting, platelets, the cells lining our blood vessels, and other circulating proteins, all of which are key players in the formation of blood clots. Why does early stroke happen differently? This study also shed light on another critical distinction: strokes that happened early in life versus those that occur later. The researchers compared people who had a stroke before 60 with those who had one after 60. And they found something fascinating: the increased stroke risk for type A blood became insignificant in the late onset stroke group. This strongly suggests that strokes occurring early in life might have a different underlying mechanism compared to those that happen later. Think about it: strokes in younger people are less likely to be caused by a gradual buildup of fatty deposits in the arteries. That process we call atherosclerosis, which is more common as we age. Instead, early strokes are more likely linked to factors related to blood clot formation. This research really supports that idea. Other blood types and the bigger picture. While type A was a big focus, the study also found that people with type B blood were around 11% more likely to have a stroke compared to non-stroke controls, regardless of their age. This isn't the first time our blood type genes have been implicated in cardiovascular health. Previous studies have suggested that the part of our genome that codes for blood type, what scientists call the ABO locus, is associated with things like coronary artery calcification, which can restrict blood flow and even heart attacks. The genetic sequences for A and B blood types have also been linked to a slightly higher risk of blood clots in veins, a condition known as venous thrombosis. The broader stroke context. Let's zoom out for a second and put this all into the bigger picture of stroke in general. In the US, just under 800,000 people experience a stroke each year. The good news is that the vast majority, about 3 out of every 4, occur in individuals 65 years and older. And typically, your stroke risk doubles every decade after the age of 55. So, while early onset stroke is serious, it's far less common. What's next? The need for diversity. One final, but very important, point. The people included in this study came from various parts of the world: North America, Europe, Japan, Pakistan, and Australia. However, people of non-European ancestry only made up about 35% of the participants. This means that future studies with a more diverse sample group are crucial to really clarify the significance of these results across different populations. As Dr. Kittner stated, we clearly need more follow-up studies to clarify the mechanisms of increased stroke risk. Conclusion. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? 1. There appears to be a surprising link between group, a blood type and a slightly higher risk of stroke before age 60. 2. This increased risk is small, and there's no need for undue alarm or extra screening if you're type A. 3. Early onset strokes may have different mechanisms, particularly related to blood clot formation, compared to late onset strokes. 4. More research, especially with diverse populations, is needed to fully understand these connections. Ultimately, this research is a fantastic step forward in understanding the complex interplay between our genetics and our health. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating scientific discoveries. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.